here.
This
Scott,
guy.
the main vocalist and guitar player, really likes made-up words. Maybe not necessarily made up, but came at us with the concept of, if you use words in combinations of words that already exist, there's a high likelihood they're already taken. So we came up with a list. He came up with a list.
It's a big list.
Of made-up words and, just throwing syllables together, and Youch was one of them that we just really liked.
But there were a lot of names on that.
And nobody had taken it. I think maybe there's did we find one thing from many years ago, but it's like we came up with what we thought were some pretty cool ones, and then you're like, oh, this is awesome. You get on the internet, it's like, daggone, there's 10 bands with that name, and then also some kind of a hair product or something.
I think that person that took Youch before is they're listening and they're gonna get inspired.
That's why I hesitated to dig a little deeper, but it was pretty safe. So
yeah.
Thanks for asking. No, there's no real. We got to come up with a better story.
Yeah, and a better name.
I guess the good thing is I'm sure if you go to youch.com, it's not taken.
I don't know, actually. I don't think we've tried that one.
We need it. Yeah, don't do it.
We don't recommend we try that one.
Or if not, you can always Youch the band, and that's not going to be taken.
Yeah.
True.
So, how long has Youch been together?
Year and a half, maybe something like that. It's hard to say exactly when. I guess we should.
We recorded last spring, so it's somewhere between a year and a half and 2 years. It's hard to pinpoint the actual date.
Yeah, I think.
I guess
Scott, the guitar player, and me, Drum the Drewer. He's my father.
Sure.
Drum the Drewer. Drew the drummer.
I am Drum the Drewer.
Sorry, it's been a long night, but my father. So we had our thing going on before we added Mike in. So it was kind of an amorphous,
That thing you had, father and son.
father-son relationship.
Father drum relationship.
With your father being in your band, or is it the opposite? You're in your father's band.
Oh, it is that. It is that very much. Not because I'm not proud of the band, but because he has written most of the music that Mike and I have, put our little spice on top of. But
It's a lot of spice. So you guys, it's just it's a nice organic thing.
Have you always, played music together, since 5 or something?
No, not really. I mean, my dad and mom were a big, part of my music coming up. They very much encouraged me to play drums, and they got me drum lessons and stuff like that. But I was always way more of a metalhead into very, very heavy stuff, and I just wanted to blast, and my dad wanted to jam.
And also, he's also a really good hip hop singer, rapper, or whatever. He's really, really good at creating. He did that for a while under the name Alex Slander, right? So you could pitch that.
Yeah. We were kind of doing different styles for a while, and it wasn't until the last couple of years that I was like, okay, I'll meet you where you're at, I guess. I was like, no, I want to play heavy stuff.
As a kid, did you look at his record collection or his music collection like, man, those Beatles guys, those guys are wimps?
Not really. I mean, you exposed me to a lot of really good stuff.
I took him to shows and stuff like that. I took you to see Meshuggah and these things that you wanted to see too. And so, but that was good. It's all good. Yeah.
See, that's a good thing. It's like you might not like the music, but as as a musician, like, okay, I can appreciate the musicianship. You might not be into Meshuggah, but you're like, okay, I can see.
Absolutely.
I can see the talent there.
Absolutely.
I guess with the EP, what's the name of the EP? And where can people find it?
Good question. It's just called Youch. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. And then come see us play. We're playing at the Montrose Saloon on September 2nd. We've done a number of gigs now already, and just working on more. Anybody has any ideas? Give us get on our. We have a Facebook page as well. So.
Yeah, we're on Facebook and Instagram, so you can contact us there. I think, Youch isn't, like I said, we found something that was maybe like an EP with the name, but I'm fairly confident if you Google Youch, Y-Ouch, EP right now, our Bandcamp is what will come up.
I guess for those who are like, how do you spell Youch? How exactly do you spell ouch? Youch.
It's U with a CH, or it's ouch with a Y.
I want to go with you with a CH.
Or it's UC with an H at the end and a Y. By the way, a little tidbit that how Mike and I met, we worked together, and we both play in a bluegrass band, and I'm kind of a hack at violin. Mike's a really good banjo player and singer, And one day we're talking, and he's like, "Oh, I also am into rock and playing guitar." And so Mike's a really good guitar player too. So it was just a weird kind of way that would lead to this, because we're not really playing bluegrass music, but or maybe we are.
It's like new form bluegrass,
It's like- yeah.
progressive bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
I guess for Mike,
Yeah.
how did you get into bluegrass? It's kind of sort of a genre you really don't, growing in high school, like, oh man, you hear that latest bluegrass album?
Yeah. Well, so about 11 years ago, I moved to the great metropolis of Peoria, Illinois, and I was living there for a good 2 years and just off and on, but I met some really good friends there. Our good buddy Jordan was there, really wanted to start a bluegrass band, and none of the rest of us played bluegrass, but we're like, okay, like whatever, man, yeah, we'll give it a shot. But those same friends and I, we've been playing now for about 10 years together under the name New Cat. So originally started on mandolin, then moved over to banjo. Our old banjo player left us for, I don't know, some other kind of life in California.
And that's sort of to learn how to the bluegrass music, because it's like I said, banjo, mandolin, acoustic guitar. You sort of have to not only are those instruments kind of expensive.
Oh yeah,
it's
horribly.
It's hard music to play. It's really
Yeah, exactly. Like not only is that it's not like like nothing against punk rock, but punk rock could sort of pick it up real quickly. But bluegrass, like, oh man.
Yeah, it's even harder to tune too, especially if you're a banjo player.
So do you have a big collection of instruments in your house? Do you have,
And my wife's also in the room with us. She was laughing.
too much.
Yeah.
We can't ask him that on air.
Yeah. I am not at liberty to disclose that, especially not for tax purposes.
But from her reaction, it seems like a lot, right?
I think we got 5 banjos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had too many banjos. That's what they say. I
Is,
don't know who they are, but
Is the next Youch recording going to feature any banjos?
that's a good idea.
Well, funny that you should say that, because I don't think it will, but we are recording a single that we're going to play at the end of the night tonight, this Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah, we're going to
There's no
track
banjo.
and stuff. Yeah, no banjo.
It is probably our heaviest song.
So the Youch EP was released in November. Has the sound of the band changed drastically from the first batch of recordings to now?
I would say yeah. You'll hear everything everything we just played was from the EP, and now we're gonna play all new stuff, new to anybody that only heard the EP. So yeah, I would think so. Yeah, we're trying to. It's kind of a balance between you want to have a band sound. You want to have something that someone comes to see you, they kind of know what they're going to be in for. But at the same time, you don't want to just play the same formula over and over again. It should be fun for us, and it's we're trying to be a little eclectic, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like Scott's brought a lot of the songs originally, and I feel like, Jared, I don't know if you feel the same way. Like, feel like we were kind of easing into it at start, and not trying to manipulate the songs too much. But as time's gone on, like we've been a little bit more forceful with our musical opinions. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, well, because like I said, I definitely am. I consider myself to be a versatile drummer, and I like to play a lot of stuff. But I'm also very into heavy music, and so it is my instinct to play heavy. And so when he's coming to the table with these very kind of like folksy, kind of like singer-songwriter type things, it took a while for me to be like, I'm just putting double bass into this. Like we're going heavy. I'm playing heavy rock over this to change the sound by us all putting in our own kind of vibe to it.
I believe our first song's gonna have some double bass in it.
First song we play after the.
Yes, yeah. Actually, the very first song we're about to go into after this interview is very, very punk. Very punk.
It's good.
Sounds good. So we're speaking with Youch, and I would like to thank Scott, Mike, and Drew for coming in. Thank you so much, Youch.
Yeah, thank you, Ali.
Yeah.
By the way, real quickly, thanks so much to ZRD. We love it. This is such a great radio station. It's a really great honor to be able to be here, and thanks to Alejandro and Rick and everybody else that helps put this together. So we really appreciate it.
No, thank you guys for coming down on a Thursday. If people want to follow you guys, what's the most updated social media site or website
We have
or?
an Instagram page too.
Yeah.
so,
Instagram, yeah. Instagram is where you can catch our personal lives, pictures and videos and stuff like that. Facebook is where we put out most of our event notifications. So.
Thanks to Ann for photos and doing the Instagram stuff too.
Yeah.
And who did the cover art? Anybody in the band?
Oh, you know what? Actually, let me
Yeah.
give a shout out there. The cover art is by a good friend of mine named Donald Walsh. He also does comics. If you want to look him up, you can. His name on Instagram is Dangus Krangus. I'm not going to spell that. If you would like to find him, he has a zine called Dang, but it's spelled with an E. So D-E-N-G, Dang. If you Google Dang, you can find his zine. Donald Walsh, Donnie Walsh does the art for us.
It's definitely some quality art.
Yeah, he's cool.
Some good, like you mentioned, comic book style, but it's not too cartoony.
One other little quick pitch here is that we're putting our EP on. This is so weird. Putting it on cassette for my brain. Cassettes are like that's old timey stuff. It's they're terrible, but it's the way to do it these days because it's affordable and it'll have download code in it. So we're very, very close to having that done, and we just got T-shirts. So we're gonna sell or online or sell at our gigs. We have some stickers, stuff like that. We know merch is a big part of the deal. So whatever.
We'll have merch on our Bandcamp in the next couple weeks. So.
Sounds good. Again, that is Youch, Y-O-U-C-H. Thank you so much, Youch. And
Thanks.
do stick around. You're going to perform a few more songs for us.
Yep.
Thank you. You're listening to The Wizard, WZRD. But yeah, just whenever you're ready, you know, if you want to take a few minutes to tune up, you can. If not,
I think we'll probably just tune up. And do you want us to give you like a signal or something?
yeah, I'll be over there. Just